Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to learn how to write an interview for the written component of your IB Language B exam. Writing an interview is a fun way to show off your creativity and your language skills. If you know what the examiners are looking for, let's get started. First, remember, an interview is a formal or semi-formal conversation between two or more people, usually with clear questions and answers. It should sound natural but organised, just like a real conversation you would read in a magazine or hear on a podcast. Planning is key. Here's a simple plan you can follow. In the introduction, you should briefly introduce the interviewer, the guest, and the topic. The body should have a sequence of questions and answers which you keep connected and moving forward. And in the conclusion, you thank the guest and end the interview smoothly. So, using this plan, I will guide you through a sample interview about England's cultural expressions. In our sample interview about England's cultural expressions, the introduction could begin with this.
Today we're exploring what we can learn about a culture through its traditional cultural expressions. Our guest is Ellie, who will talk about England.
For this, the interviewer introduces the topic and then the guest. After this, build your questions from general to specific. Remember, when writing an interview, the language should sound natural, like a real conversation, but still clear and organised. Here are some good question starters that you could use. And here are some good answer starters. A key tip is to avoid writing lengthy paragraphs for answers. Try to aim for 2 to 4 sentences per answer. This keeps the flow natural and easy to follow. Let's listen to the interviewer asking a question and then the guest answering it.
Can you name some cultural icons that represent England?
Sure. Here are 5 that really stand out. Big Ben, the red telephone box, the English countryside, the royal family, and the local pubs.
This is simple, natural, and easy to understand. One common mistake students make is jumping between ideas without a clear connection. Organising your questions logically shows higher level thinking and gets you better marks. To do this, in the body of your text, you must start with background questions, then move to details and examples, and then finish with reflection or opinion questions. Here are some examples you could use for a culture topic. A great tip is to make sure that each question connects naturally to the one before it. This will make your interview feel more authentic rather than a random list. Your interview should not sound robotic. Add personality by making the guest's answers colourful, emotional, or personal. So how do you add personality? One way is to use opinions about something, such as, "I've always loved the sights and sounds of London." Another way is to tell stories about the topic. For example, last year I attended the Bonfire Night Festival in London. It was unforgettable. You can use emotional words, such as beautiful, memorable, exciting, or meaningful, to make it more colourful and emotional. It shouldn't just sound like you're listing facts, but instead sharing feelings. Even if you're inventing a guest, make them sound human, as a bit of enthusiasm goes a long way. The way you end the interview leaves the final impression on the examiner. So, how to end an interview? You should thank the guest, allow them to thank you in return, and perhaps add a final brief comment or well-wishing. Common mistakes to avoid. Don't just stop after the last answer, or don't end suddenly without closing the conversation. Just imagine it's a real show or podcast. It always ends politely.
A huge thank you to Laura for sharing her insights and thoughts to help us understand not only how to write an interview, but also to achieve top marks in our exam.
That's it for today. Now you know how to write this text for your IB Language B exam. Remember to keep it real, keep it organised, and have fun with it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips. Good luck, you've got this.